Neighbors having to call plumbers, always being tardy, throwing surprise parties, shopping at the Kmart, having street lights on at dark. Women with flat butts and talking about stuff. These were huge in the 90s. These were huge in the 90s. We talk about the gimmicks and we talk about the fads. We talk about the memories and the things that we once had. So now I'm here singing out the little things that aren't thought about. You may have never realized these were huge in the 90s. Grabbing the newspaper, asking people favors, blowing bubble gum. Bathtub rubber ducks, using number 2 pencils, eating a soft pretzel. Being sent to the principal's office. Being sent to the principal's office. When he's own Dave Thomas. These were huge in the 90s. These were huge in the 90s. We talk about the gimmicks and we talk about the fads. We talk about the memories and the things that we once had. So now I'm here singing out the little things that aren't thought about. You may have never realized these were huge in the 90s. Being in the school library, skin tags on elderly, hearing censored versions, new missing person, walking on solid ground, standing or sitting down, using a folding chair, and even breathing air. These were huge in the 90s. These were huge in the 90s. We talk about the gimmicks and we talk about the fads. We talk about the memories and the things that we once had. So now I'm here singing out the little things that aren't thought about. You may have never realized these were huge in the 90s. These were huge in the 90s. These were huge in the 90s. The show was huge in the 90s. Anal leakage was huge in the 90s. These were huge in the 90s. These were huge in the 90s.
Gary busy in my backyard, veneers in his face. Gary busy in my backyard, he won't vacate from this place. He's my mortal nemesis, he won't leave the premises. His teeth I always see, he's hiding in the trees. Gary busy in my backyard, veneers in his face. Gary busy in my backyard, he won't vacate from this place. He's such an evil foe. He's laughing in my phone. He's everywhere that I go. He won't leave me alone. Gary busy in my backyard, veneers in his face. Gary busy in my backyard, he won't vacate from this place. As Gerald foe, he's laughing in my phone. He's everywhere that I go. He won't leave me alone. Gary busy in my backyard, veneers in his face. Gary busy in my backyard, he won't vacate from this place. Everyone's Gary busy. Everyone's Gary busy. Everyone's Gary busy. Everyone's Gary busy.
You're listening to FFOP Radio.
Reach the
Hey everybody, and welcome to the show. My name is Dave. This is FOP Radio. Gary Busey. It's in your backyard. We'll get into it later. Let me introduce you to my co-host and producer. Krista's over there off camera.
Hi.
Couple of things for housekeeping purposes. Maybe a show tomorrow, maybe not. I don't know. But then we're moving. So I don't know when the next show after that will be. So we've got to get everything here, plus everything you can't see, to the new house. And then get the internet set up and everything. So I don't know when the next one will be. Stay tuned for updates. That being said, here's what we're going to be doing tonight, guys. 1999. I thought, let's step out of our comfort zone a little bit. Thank you, Brick. I mean, not totally out of our comfort zone. My comfort zone is like 93 to 97, let's say. I was thinking maybe we should do something like, because I saw commercial compilation of the old dancing guy from Six Flags in 2004.
Oh, yeah.
What if we did some 2000s commercials? I don't know if I'm ready for that yet. But 1999, I think I'm ready for. It's still, it's weird because 1999 is going to be terrible. I have some thoughts about what's going on, what's changing. I'm stressing. Yeah, the 2000s. Guys, that was like 25 years ago. Remember that? I mean, you guys were there, right? Some of you?
Some of you
were there. But that's all I got for you. Explanation-wise, it's going to be 1999. Things are getting very 2000s-y up in here. The motifs will be in full swing. And I think hopefully we'll finally get to see, like, okay, the 90s are dead, maybe some vestiges, but, like, it's 1999. Things were already... I don't know, man. Like, I remember being like so confused because the first yearbook I ever got that I was like conscious of and checked into because I was getting signatures for was like the 5th grade.
Okay.
And it said the class of 2002. It was like 1996 or whatever. I go, what the hell? I go, this is a typo. Class of 2002. It's 1996. Yeah, I'm an idiot. But the moral of the story is I was like, whoa, that's weird. And so, I don't know. It always struck me as odd. Like the 2000s, I don't know. 2000s feel so flavorless in that, like, I don't know. You guys will see. You guys will see. We all lived through the 2000s. I need to belabor the point without having any commercials playing. Let me make this nice and big. Again, this is all from 1999. Let's see how sexy it got, because it did. It got sexy in the late 90s. You guys remember this one?
Oh, yeah.
Like, I understand why the dog can't be invisible, right? Like, invisible man, visible woman.
Yeah.
Seeable dog. Dogs don't wear, like,
They don't wear clothes.
Collar.
Right.
Like, oh.
Trying to hold back this feeling, but so
Look how high the waist of those jeans are.
Yep.
She wears no bra and no underwear, by the way. P.S. You've seen this commercial. No undies.
And if you
Watch this. Whoop, she slides right off.
She knew what she was getting into.
And, like, I don't know, man. Like, here's the thing: if you're an invisible man and or woman and or both, right, or whatever, any combination of invisible people fucking, that's when you'd probably develop like a latex fetish, right? Because you'd want to see what's going on.
Oh, sure.
Like, you go,
yeah.
boom! It's always lights off, even when the lights are on. All you're doing is like essentially, all the powers of a blind man, but the ability to see.
Yeah.
I don't know. I want to say like, hey, where's all the? I want to see the curves. Like it's like driving a road behind the wheel versus wearing a blindfold in the passenger seat. I mean, you still have a little bit of agency. You can feel things. But you go like, where's hey Goober? Where's the beef? You'd say.
come on.
Mom.
Gonna get it on.
Well,
I can't see your genitals. Are
right.
you wearing nothing in there?
Wait, and didn't she have glasses on?
That's mom.
Yeah, so, like, what was she looking at?
She had, what do you mean? What is she looking at? She wears glasses. She was at the door. He opened the door. There's like 3 locks. Doesn't that feel like, I don't know, like where this guy lives feels like a PG version of like where Brandon Lee lived in The Crow.
Holy moly!
We said we are going to party like it's 1999, Ryan. You fucking nailed it. But again, right? It's like if the Invisible Man were, it's like the Crow Loft, but it's like PG. Like if Kevin Bacon didn't turn into like someone who guys, did you watch the what was it called? The Hollow Man?
Yeah.
Like he goes immediately from like, oh, it'd be fun to like peek around at people and like be a fun little voyeur to like straight up essaying women like in the dead of night, like violently. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm sure like being invisible, the power would go to your head, but like it would be like as if you walked into like a grocery store, like a Fry's or a Kroger's or whatever, and you snatched a candy bar and you got like the rush of that experience and you went under like full blown art theft. Like when you lower yourself in with like steel cables and like blowing crushed up aspirin to see lasers and shit.
Oh, yeah, FGO mentioned Hollow Man because there was an invisible dog in it.
Yeah, bingo. And they were like, I remember the most confusing part of that movie came very soon. it was like, oh, this is our invisible gorilla. Like it's having a rough time. Like so, Kevin Bacon went crazier, faster than an invisible gorilla. But like they put a rat in there and like he eats it or something. I was like, what the fuck? Like, why does invisibility make you go crazy? It's like if you never saw your hands again. Because let's say most animals, they flip their shit when they see a mirror. Like you see yourself in a stream or whatever. Like we're not naturally supposed to see our fucking selves all the time. So the fact that he poured himself or covered himself with like that fucking bubble tape. What? You know, I can't see myself. I'm becoming inextricably urged, number one, to have restless legs, to gamble, and to assault women. Just you know, voyeuristically see out there in the New York skyline. What the fuck? I couldn't believe that fucking movie. So fucking stupid. The whole time I was like, so it made him invisible and gave him brain damage. And it made him, no. It was just, he was invisible. And they were like, oh, well, he's a master criminal now.
That's it.
Hollow Me.
Introducing the new Fox Tuesday.
You guys, I was a huge Ally
Need
McBeal
better
fan.
internet than fiber.
Are you kidding me? I should have had ad blocker on for this kind of crap. Sorry, guys. This is that's on me. There should
Ads.
be some sort of ad blocker in place, and yet there isn't. Anyway, you know, I was talking about the whole Hollow Man thing. Should we talk about that some more?
90s.
Anywho, back
Ally
at it.
McBeal.
Can't get enough of TV's best comedy? Catch the new half-hour
Is Ally McBeal still married to Indiana Jones? I assume
Alley
not, right?
with never-before-seen footage.
They mentioned that it makes you go mad. Yeah, I guess, but that's the thing. I didn't understand the original either. Like, it's just, it feels like armchair 1940s pop psychology where they go like, it almost feels like akin to the four humors of the medieval period, like phlegm, black bile, yellow bile, like urine or whatever, and blood, all your humors and shit. It feels so like, I don't know. It feels not even antiquated, like almost draconian. So the word.
Vic, there's something.
Still married. I'll be damned.
X-Men show season premiere.
I can see my own mouth.
What do you guys think that Hyde did when everybody was high on those brownies? You guys have seen what's, you guys been watching the news?
It all starts tonight at
Hyde's kind of
8/7
a bad
Central
guy.
on Fox.
You know what I love about being on
Yeah, and it's not even good ads, guys. I know you're like, oh, what, an ad? It was a bad ad. Not fun.
TV. All you people watching
I'm
out
already
there
having to deal with all these
can't eat us.
chuggins.
So tough nookie.
So annoying. Do I have full-blown internet? I do. I have full-blown internet. What's the problem?
Party of Five moves to Fox Tuesday.
hell's Party
Season
of
premiere
Five?
next Tuesday.
Yo, dog.
Yo, man, I gotta make some meth, dog.
I get it, Jenny.
Well, I have the keys, so... Mom, I can have it. Nope, I get the car. Dad said I'm driving away. Bye.
Mom, Dad gave the car to Kyle. Did you give the car to Kyle?
Hey, Dad, I need your home.
Pick up Billy.
Introducing
Guys, this is
the
what happens when you have cell phones. They go, hey, call. I got to call. All these people are on like a 7-way call? Or like is somehow, because who's talking to who? If the mom, the dad,
Right.
the daughter, and the son, he's like, I'm taking the car. Yep, what are they? No way. Not even like today where you could get everybody like in a text chat. No way. No fucking way.
AT&T family.
Topher Grace was the only one of the group to stay away from controversy.
If you can believe that.
What's your home?
I'm getting fed up with this trash ass connection. So, see if I can't get this fixed for you. 1 second, guys. When it like last show before we go away for God knows how much time, nailing it, right, guys?
I don't think we'll be gone for that long.
I mean, that's the thing. You don't know. We don't know. Nobody knows. That's the problem. Okay.
Doc all you want. Your family.
Hey, at AT&T, when you hear your family, we give you unlimited phone sticks.
Ready? Wait a sec. Ready? Wait.
You need some Banaka, and she sprays her ass like 3 times.
First, you have to try one of these.
I did borrow Bake Sam's
Yeah.
internet. Luckily, I have my own mic, so I don't know, man. I feel like every time he walks away from his computer, there's like a big resets button on his wall, right? Like in his Bake Salmon live studios, there's just like a red like on-off rocker switch, and it's like this big. And it says reset everything. And below that in parentheses, it says don't ever touch. And every time he leaves the studio after a show, he trips and knocks the thing. Every time it's a different microphone. I love the guy, but how does he do that? It's always a different. Where's the sound coming from now? Crazy. He's a crazy guy.
New Clean and Clear oil-absorbing sheets.
Here we go.
You're one of those blackheads, honey.
Instantly remove oil and shine.
Wow.
Barely tapping it. How greasy is your face?
Without smudging your makeup.
Ew.
You wanted to take a picture of that bitch? Like, this is when it was still physical media. It wasn't like, oh, we'll email you and you can do whatever. Like, you have a piece of paper, and if you ever want a copy of it, you're fucked. Like, as kitschy and fun as like Polaroids are, and like even back in the day, I've got some around here somewhere where like the pictures were like 1 by 3/4 of an inch, and you go, shit, you pull it, and they have like these 2 big ass tails on the end tags. Fun, kitschy. I've got a very cute picture of like a porpoise from SeaWorld. What am I going to do with that? It's the size of my fucking thumb. What am I going to like? I'll take a picture of that on my phone and show people like, here's around 1996, I went to SeaWorld and this is a porpoise. And they go, whoa, it looks like a dog turd floating in a pool. Cool. Is that Christina Hendricks? I don't know, man.
Hey.
I feel like she's familiar.
New from Clean and Clear oil-absorbing sheets. Clean and clear.
Zits were big.
She's going to say it.
Under control. Zits were big in the 90s.
Yeah.
We were always fighting zits. Oxy pads were second to none. Like what your generation, you fucking young kids, you had your Proactives and shit.
Yeah.
We had Oxy.
I know. And
Oxygen.
that shit burned like a motherfucker.
Yeah, I can't tell you how many Oxy pads I ran across my pizza face. Jesus Christ.
And under control.
Wait, Clearasil and
then I got
Proactive.
addicted to oxycodone.
Oh,
Different
jeez.
story.
But it's just
Oh my God.
wireless internet right here in my hand. News, sports, even Yahoo, all on some PCS. And the calls? Clear digital call.
PCS, guys. And the calls, I had that phone.
Oh, and
by the way.
Stridex.
Qualcomm. Oh, yeah, Stridex. Stridex and Oxy, they were like the Coke and Pepsi, and obviously Oxy was Coke. Like, I have, oh my God. Do you guys put a 1 in the chat if you're old enough to have surfed the internet on a text-based, like, basically black and white screen device, right? I remember driving to a movie theater and like having a cell phone like that, and my cousins being like, oh, find out when the movie starts. We had gotten the tickets by the time I'd logged in to the theater. Like, you know, I was like, oh, just you wait. Oh, yeah, well, and then like we're sitting down and I go, oh yeah, it starts now, and credits. So annoying.
Do you think they're ready? Some are. Others will follow.
Introducing
the Sprint PCS wireless web.
Scullyander.
That's
weird. Honey?
I missed this commercial.
This lipstick doesn't look like your shade.
There's a 1.
Oh,
Guys,
$300 for a massage? I don't remember a massage. Honey, get in here. I'm watching the videotape for my bachelor party.
Thick-headed? Sure. But nothing compared to the rich, thick, frosty mug taste of an A&W root beer.
Root beer you want a thick head on. Regular beer you want no head. You know, I think that's what is so confusing to women, right? We can't get our heads around where we want our heads and where we don't.
A&W. It's good to be thick-headed.
Why was that embarrassing? Here, let me rewind it.
DRQ.
Rewind? What do you mean? Are you watching a tape? Physical? What the? Guys, it's 1999.
All of today's hit music is on 93.1 DRQ.
W Dairy Queen.
DRQ.
You found today's hit music.
Copyright. Pew! Got it. Did it. Guys, not for nothing, I will tell you this. Fucking Matchbox 20.
I love them.
Mad Season is one of the best albums of the 90s. Whatever. Lemon, no, what was it? Tonic and their Lemon Parade album gave us, if you could only see, one-hit wonders. Matchbox 20, I feel like they were everywhere. And then Rob Thomas got picked up with Carlos Santana, made history.
Yeah.
Life was never so smooth before. You guys remember that? Life got so smooth.
I recently figured or found somebody from the Meadery told me about a song called Overjoyed by Matchbox 20, and I'd never heard it before, and now it's my favorite Matchbox 20 song ever. It's like their only love song that they have, like actual love song, and it's actually really good. And Hef Dio hates Matchbox 20.
Good for him. He doesn't know what good music is. He doesn't know what Rob Thomas can bring to your life. He's too busy watching, I don't know, Fraggle Rock. But yeah, I don't know. Sugar Ray was one of those ones where I was like, miss me with that shit, because it was like, I don't know. He came across as like this frat party bro with the spiky hair and like the no shirt, and I was like, but then like 4-post bed was like his biggest thing, and I was like, what the fuck, dude? There's a mismatch of like style and substance here.
93.1 DRQ.
DRQ.
Like some things, some senses, some things I just tie inextricably together. I've talked about them before, like basketball and that at the Roxbury, just together. Every time I hear Britney Spears or Christina Aguilera, I can smell cucumber melon.
Oh, like Calgon, like
no, like Bath and Body Works, like that shit
sure,
was
okay.
from Walmart.
Yeah,
that cucumber melon was, you could not swing a dead cat without wafting a cloud of that shit.
Yeah.
Close second was peach.
Today's hit music.
The switch is on.
The fix is in.
On an all-new Donnie and Marie, Carmen Electra is back.
I'm single now.
So what's she doing in bed with her ex, Dennis Rodman? We'll tell you. Plus, Donnie and Marie are taking on Eric and Julia Roberts.
I'm whooping Eric Roberts behind.
Next time.
Weekdays at 1 on Fox 2 Detroit.
Important
What's up, Glow Boy? You need to make a...
Al Bundy was telling people how to save people money. It's, Hulk Hogan, everybody, from like superstar wrestlers to your everyday shoe salesman turned security guy out on the road that wouldn't need security because, like, why? You figure that'd be under the purview of like a county or state police. But hey, you know what? Private security, maybe it's private. Not no government agency. It's private.
Make a call. You don't need any change. Just dial 1-800-COLLECT. Yeah, 1-800-COLLECT. You can save $1 or $2. Go ahead, try it. Don't mention it. Just tell all your buddies. Tourists. 1-800-COLLECT. Save $1 or $2. Over the years.
I'm so glad that died. Like the rise when they had no ma'am. The rise and fall of like the alien abduction / autopsy and everything. God damn. Like, how like the fans of things will ruin it for you? That kind of like, I was like Mulder one time and I wanted to believe, but like there came such an onslaught of like paranormal and like X-Files did its best. Everybody else just sort of falls into there. By the time you like, I was just so done with aliens and what they were doing and what they could possibly be doing. Because, like, you can only entertain that idea for so long before you go, like, okay, the rubber hits the road, right? We have a species that can planetarily extract themselves and ship themselves out throughout the galaxy, which we cannot do. Mm-hmm. And yet we were able to keep them at bay by the power of, like, a smoking man?
Right.
Like Brian Thompson? Okay, yeah, why not?
Years we
that
tried
radio
to improve
station is in
wheat
Detroit.
thins.
It is
There
now a
was the
Christian
jiggly
station.
wheat thins, feet thins,
Jesus needs more
even the
airtime.
origami wheat thin. Then we thought, hey, let's just make them taste better. The new tastier, crunchier wheat.
Why didn't they think of that earlier, right? 70 years into Wheat Thin's existence, tasting like shit. They go, hey, maybe if we made it taste good. They failed at that too. Better doesn't mean good also.
Thins.
Folks, are you still buying chicken sandwiches from those burger boys? Why? Some of them boys grill their chicken breasts and
Why are you eating that chicken sandwich?
oh shoot. My new tender roast sandwich is
nice
deep
place.
marinated so it's full of flavor, slow roasted so it's tender and juicy. Try my new tender roast.
But like that's a very different, because like in most like alien fiction of that era, plus like this was nice way after, but like in the 90s it was always the fear of the aliens were working with a deep state whatever to do yada yada yada. But I was, even as a kid watching the X-Files, I go, why? Like when I looked at what the humans had and what the aliens had, I go, why? Why would you? It was like you would be entertaining suggestions and you know, what's the word? You do it with terrorists.
Interrogate them?
Not interrogate them. Like the word before, like when they're stuck somewhere, I don't negotiate. God, thanks for that, everybody. You don't negotiate. I don't even know what the fuck I was talking about anymore. I'm so frustrated by not knowing what negotiate was.
Sandwich. Right now it's just $1.99.
Chicken.
$1.99.
Are you out of your
I
mind?
could do that. I'm the colonel. At KFC, we do chicken right in the bucket and now on a bun.
See, like it felt to me when I was living through like the late '90s that since culture moves in waves, the mascots that were like Mario and Sonic and whatever like hit big, and it wasn't until like the late 2000s or late 90s, early 2000s when they tried to like hip up. Like, because I feel like the late 90s, that's when like the king with the mask and coming and being creepy and like giving you shit. Like we went to the extreme mascot side of things, like where the colonel was, you know, doing dance moves and shit. I don't know, it was a weird time. Like Ronald's pretty consistent. Like he never went off the rails as far as like style or tone.
No, but I feel like the puppets got weird.
The puppets were always weird. The KFC burgers before then?
Your parents don't get it.
I'm so proud of you. You didn't screw up what?
Yeah, try faster. I put on low latency, and there you guys are.
Your friends can't help it.
Hi, my name's Ricky. I just moved next door to you.
You've got it.
Saw this movie in the theater. Was like, I get it, but it did feel like it wanted to like sniff its own farts. Like it felt so important to itself.
What movie is this?
American Beauty.
Oh.
Like it was I don't know, like what like Blair Witch was for like mainstream horror and found footage. This was like what independent movies did to the mainstream. Like this was something that wasn't easily accessible because it was kind of weird, but it made it big. And I was like, yeah, it insists upon itself. It insists upon itself. But yeah, it does feel like, and it was doing all these things, and like everybody had such like earnest and like I don't know, like it was just so bizarre. It was like, again, it was like a like an indie art house film made for the masses, but like since it was people you knew, like basically getting naked, everyone's like, oh, I loved it.
Got it.
Oh my god.
Life doesn't cut it.
This is for your own
It only happened when you pause it.
Don't give up on me, Dad.
There's no
How
way
long
around
can
it.
you take it?
If I had to leave tonight, would you come with me?
Yes.
American Beauty.
Everything that was meant to happen does.
Rated R. Now playing in select cities. Coming soon to a theater near you.
Guys, you know how he's hula hooping on television? You know they used to have movies where people would just ice skate?
Of all the great things you used to enjoy doing, at least
Like
one.
segregation, am I right, guys? Look back in the 50s, all these people together living in harmony, as if. Don't rewrite history, you fucking... What are you, going to be, Levi's or some shit?
One of them hasn't changed.
Oh, great.
Breakfast at Denny's.
Denny's.
We've got all your
Denny's.
favorites still on our menu after all these years. Starting at just $2.99.
Now, every drinking fountain is for everybody at Denny's.
You want to spank? You want to be spanked?
Superstar.
In a world of somebody.
In the world.
Superstar.
Everybody thought she was a
I really thought Night at the Roxbury was funny, and I just felt was so... I don't know. Cringe wasn't a thing that we said back then, but it feels very cringy.
Under my arms, and I smell
Like this.
Superstar. Rated PG-13.
Yeah, it felt like a lot of, maybe not a lot.
It was funny. I thought it was
A lot
funny.
of the Saturday Night Live movies I saw had at least some level, and I remember watching Superstar, and like I remember just checking out, like I think Will Ferrell plays like a guy or a kid who does like dances and stuff, and I think when he did the fax machine, I was like, yep, Dunzo! Horribly unfunny. It's horribly unfunny in the 90s. Jesus cranial
Billy.
damage. She has the skull of a soft-boiled egg, but like just the membrane. Like her skull was like that science experiment where you put like an egg in vinegar and it eats the shell away, and you just have like the yolk in a membrane. That's her head with just some hair on it.
It's all in the wrist.
Morning people. Where do they come from? Tim Hortons.
Denny's.
That woman goes to jail for, inappropriate behavior.
Yeah.
It's all in the wrist.
Hortons knows great mornings start with great coffee. Brewed fresh. Treat
Not
yourself
just
to
in
Tim
Canada
Hortons.
anymore.
Coffee every day. Now with bagel, just
$1.59 for
Kyle
a
didn't take
bagel
out the
and a
trash,
coffee.
and no one walked Buster.
I'll take care of it. Kyle, take out the garbage and walk.
Okay, Dad. Dad freaked. You slept on the trash and fell on Buster, and oh yeah, Mom wants to clean the kitchen. That's fun.
Whatever. You're toast. Dad said take out the trash. Mom said clean the kitchen. And while you're at it, walk Buster.
Introducing the AT&T Family Plan. Unlimited
Kids still
local
at
wireless
school.
calls between family. Up to 5 wireless phones plus your home phone. Talk all you want.
And then the kid
your
just
family.
does it? Like, are you new?
Let's go.
Dad, can I talk to you about something?
What's up?
Well,
Yeah,
I'm
not
not
one of
little
these.
anymore, Dad.
Yeah, I can see it.
What kind of, whatever, like every Seth MacFarlane vehicle seems to do this joke now, but it's like, hey, Dad, can I talk to you? And they're like on the 10th level of a high-rise studio apartment. It's like, sure, cut down to they're already a block away from the apartment building. And like, sure, buddy, what's on your mind? Be like, how awkward was that, like, ride down
Silent.
in the elevator to be like, hey, Dad, can I talk to you about something? And you go,
Ding.
the kid's still getting his shoes on, sliding into his jacket. You get like, I don't know, a quarter of a mile away from the building. Yeah, buddy, what's up? You go, what the fuck?
See
Wasn't
that?
worth the wait.
I could ride a two-wheeler now. What I'm trying to say is, Dad,
Yeah.
am I too big for a Happy Meal?
Who the fuck bought you that jacket? P.S. 8 inches too much sleeve. Am I too big for a Happy Meal? You're too small for that jacket.
Big Mac for me and
One for me, too.
2 Big Macs.
2 Big Macs.
You guys want like fries and a drink or some shit?
Just
Two
the
Big
sandwich.
Macs. Kid can ride a bike in the city. Where do you get that coat from? Is it a donation from Goodwill?
Hey,
Hey,
Dad.
Dad, can I talk to you? I still want to eat a kid's meal. Wow, I'm glad I waited the whole ride down for that. Only
Worth
to have
it.
my dick knocked into the dirt when I go like, huh? Order your own kid's meal.
Start this thing.
Dad, why is there so much bread in this shit? Are they cutting corners somewhere? 2 bottom buns, Dad?
Dad, can I talk to you? Smiling.
Gleaming, steaming, flaxen, waxen, a home for fleas, a hive for
Johnny Unitas. There's a haircut you can cut. You set your watch to.
bees, a nest for birds. Ain't no words for the beauty, the splendor, the wonder of my hair.
My dad didn't talk to me about it at all. He's too embarrassed about talking about sex.
Yeah, I'm 11, so of course.
About sex.
Talked about slamming in the back door. I was like, Dad, hey, what's up with that shit? He's like, yo, son, if you don't want to get a lady pregs, and by lady, I mean other... I don't want to talk about this. Smoke on the sunfire, right, guys? Fuck yeah. You probably... The pedal hits the metal of that thing, all 98 hardy horsepower, all 98 ponies spring into life, and you are flying down the road. A Pontiac? I mean, this isn't like a 1960s Pontiac. This is a 1999 Pontiac Sunfire. It has, like, The Simpsons, the brother, $40 worth of steel in him. They laugh at this.
You're gonna have like 6 of them, FTO.
They're gonna send me like a whole cornucopia. They're gonna send me a binder. Oh, great! If you buy a Sunfire, you can be one of those exciting gentlemen who brings their lizards and/or birds places. And you know what's sad is like I don't even think the Sunfire is even a bad-looking vehicle. It just looks so much like the Cavalier that I'm like. Like, I don't know, it feels like we're always full to bursting with mid-sized sedans. And they all look the fucking same. One does something, and they all follow suit. Like when Ford got the designers from Aston Martin to like rework their Fusion, like then everybody looks like a Fusion. I don't know. It would be nice if, as far as cars go, like, because cars used to be designed to look beautiful, but like if you ever got in an accident, they would just crumple up and like shred you into like cheese that people would sprinkle over a pizza. And now we've swung so far the other way that like it doesn't exist unless it can prove itself a safety feature. So you substitute style and comfort, and you feel like you're sitting in a hermetically sealed bubble that was made exactly for the shape of your ass. I feel like I wanted to be a little loosey-goosey.
Well, like all like mid-size SUVs to me look the same too, except for like the Bronco. I think the Bronco doesn't look like the other stuff, but like a Pathfinder, an Escape, the Edge, like they all look the same.
Yeah, that's the thing, Brick. I don't know if it was a Cavalier base, but since Pontiac is part of the GM corporation, I just imagine like the Cavalier chassis was probably popular across everything that existed back then when they actually had like, whatever, 12 companies that went down to like, 5 or something, 4?
The newly restyled 2000 Sunfire. A hotter set of wheels, money left to burn. Buy Pontiac.
Buy Pontiac, they died.
Oh.
Buy Pontiac.
The amazing power of Duracell Ultra.
Guys, my cell phone runs off of AA batteries. That's the great thing about it, is it never runs. I guess it does run out. But I always have batteries because they're at the store. Walgreens.
Next towing, please hold.
Oh, no. Cell phones get up to 100 more minutes of talk time. Duracell Ultra with a concentrated power.
What do you think, like the fidelity quality is of that early cell phone? You think he's like, oh yeah, please hold, and like just like quadraphonic surround sound starts blasting around this dude's head.
Perfect.
He's like humping the air, getting a dry boner.
Force to give more life to your high-tech devices.
Mike's towing. Can I help you?
Hey, could you put me back on hold?
He hasn't even pinned out his shirt yet. Like it looks hot, but it's like night for day.
Yep.
It's like 13 degrees out there. He's just dancing to stay warm.
More power, more life.
We're gonna have a playlist in the description of the stream. Here we go. One of my favorites, guys. The Turtles, Happy Together. One of my favorites. Not only because it ties directly to one of my favorite movies, Ernest Goes to Camp, obviously, but other reasons.
So happy together.
Absolutely. Happy? Try together.
When you have it your way, it just tastes better.
Okay, everybody look alive. You're gonna go on contact. You guys get ready out there. All right, here comes
It is hard.
Let's go. Run in. Let's go.
He's got herpes.
Move it. Yes, that's it.
Who's clicking all of these old-timey menus? Hallucinations?
Born in '88. What portal have I fallen into? Says Corey. Yeah, I was born in '88 too. This is 1999 territory.
What portal have I fallen into? Yeah, what portal indeed?
Dave lost his virginity to Happy Together.
Yeah, the slowest thing. Maybe this might be another. The Empire's on Mushrooms. She's like, whoa, brother. This might be another thing that I missed because I don't see it anymore. But it's just like general food groups getting like cheese, milk, potatoes, eggs. We're like, buy an egg.
Just one.
No, it's like, buy eggs, buy a potato, buy milk. And it's not like buy Shamrock. Like it's not Shamrock or it's not Wholesome Farms or Brown Care, any of that. It's just like, buy milk. Everybody pitched in. We did it. Buy milk. Hooray. Get a potato. We love it. Now, where did that get in?
What?
Fox 2 News tonight. Oh, you're right.
Dodge. Try the Dodge Neon. Not spicy enough? Try the Plymouth Neon.
Thinking ahead. Don't let migraine slow you down. A major breakthrough may help ease your pain.
Injecting gallons of saline into your eye socket. Just filling it up.
Fox 2 News at 10
Wash away the blues.
Tonight on Fox, the series premiere of The Half Hour Alley, followed by the season premiere of That 70s Show, and an all-new Fox special, TV Guide's Truth Behind the Sitcom Scandals.
That's another thing I'm glad is dead. Like, I'm so glad hearing about Michael Landon or the fucking Brady Bunch. I feel like I went through the 90s waiting for everyone to stop talking about the fucking Brady Bunch, which was incredibly hard because my cousin Summer was infatuated with the Brady Bunch.
Really?
Yes. She was. We saw all the movies in the theater together. Like,
wow.
The new ones, obviously. Like, were there old ones? But, like, I was just, like, unbelievably bored. And the fact that everybody was like, yeah, sure. I'm sure if you lived through it, like, who was fucking who, because they all played brothers and sisters, like, oh, that's salacious. But now it's like, it's just like a tab on any porn site. Like, get over it, right? Corn site, sorry.
Alley is brought to you by Lincoln LS. Lincoln, American luxury.
Yeah, and thank God. Fuck Cadillac. Seriously, fuck Cadillac. If you want luxury and you want to support America, buy a Lincoln. Otherwise, I'd get a Lexus. All I hear going like the mother is Georgians. The youngest one was in Colonels. Hey, a Lexus at any size and any scale, it's nice.
Wood. Leather.
Wood. It's what you'll get when you drive a Lincoln LS.
Adrenaline. The new Lincoln LS.
Fuck yeah, Lincoln style.
So, what if you had to give up one phone call a day?
Not only is it red, but it's right.
Try and make me make one phone call a day, bitch. I don't want to talk to anybody. Right. Give up one phone call a day. I've given up phone calls for the past 3 years.
Bright red.
Just one.
Yeah. And then she wears these earth tones. Well, I'll use the earth. What are you going to wear?
Could you do it?
Now try giving up drugs. Does it seem hard? Drug free. Right, guys? Look at this kid. He's like, Mom, give up phone calls. It's your drugs.
Red.
Before you answer, you should know that one of the most
Would you suck a dick to make a phone call? You wouldn't do that for cocaine also, right?
effective deterrents to kids using drugs is parents and the time they spend with their kids.
Yeah, I don't care if my kid does drugs. He's a loser. Ha ha. Oh man, these corded phones, there's got to be a better way. It's 1999.
Yeah, right.
It's like basically Y2K. We're still tethered to the wall by cords.
I told her.
Good damn it, huh?
You go public and nothing will ever be the same again.
The insider that couldn't be silenced.
I want to go on the record right now. I want it on 60 Minutes.
The reporter who wouldn't stop.
Does he go on television and tell the truth? Yes.
The Gladiator.
The story that couldn't be killed.
Are we gonna air it?
Al Pacino, Russell Crowe.
And the more truth he tells, the worse it gets.
The insider.
They're afraid of you, aren't they?
They should.
These like political or like whatever sort of dramas where it's like people running around because they want to get a story out. I always find them so fucking boring.
Yeah.
Just like, oh no, who's gonna spill the truth about the? Just go. Ah. April O'Neil. Oh yeah, and Russell Crowe is Vern.
Starts Friday, November 5th.
Oh,
Fox Tuesday has a treat.
I know that you put the special ingredient in these brownies.
Oh, there's a whole big bag of love in there. That 70s show season.
Please don't call forth the Dunkachino brick.
Premiere.
I lost an entire tray of
Why
brownies.
did you watch that movie?
I can see my own mouth.
A new night, a new season.
Dunkachino was.
Well, Dunkin' Donuts had Dunkachino. It was a hot chocolate and cappuccino mixed together.
Yeah, so since Brick brought it up, fucking in the movie Jack and the wonderful, the classic. I mean, anything Adam Sandler touches is automatically gold. But I mean, this was like the Citizen Kane of Addison Sandler movies.
Adamson Sandler.
Addison Sandler. Al Pacino wears a suit and he whips it open and his vest is covered in donuts and coffee and the lining of his suit's all that shit. And it's like, Dunkachino. It's fucking embarrassing.
Cringe. Next on Fox.
They were America's favorite sitcom families.
It was an insane life.
The truth behind the...
I'm not saying you can't like it, Jameson, but boy, oh boy. Like, I don't know, the Manchurian Candidate, anytime. I like my mystery to have a little bit of more goodness to it.
Sitcom scandals.
I actually do have a porn credit.
An all-new Fox special tonight at 9.
Oh, damn. There's a sound clip for you, right, guys? In the 90s, if someone had a porn credit, that was the thing that came. It was huge in the 90s, guys. Huge in the 90s. Let me tell you what was huge in the 90s. People having, like, wiener, like, footage out there. Like, I just remember, like, back to back, it felt like I learned about Stallone's work,
Italian Stallion
work. A bunch of people like came out. It was like, oh, you could see their dicks, and/or they were banging people on camera. We all go, oh my god, it's the 90s, and that is so like the late 90s especially was like it was like so sexed up. So I feel like we had it kind of rolled into the early 2000s because like we were loosening all of our PC constraints. So it was a lot more like just raw. Like if you saw it today, you go like, whoa, that's weird. But like it took a while to slip into that. But like that's what it was, man. Like, but the 70s had it worse, maybe, because they had to swing. Because it was like the 60s led into the 70s, and like debauchery ran supreme. Like 37-year-old women dress up like 4-year-old girls, and a dude would like slobber into a microphone, a jacket. You know, well, I talked about soap or whatever. And some of the 80s, we had like the Satanic Panic, got a little very clean. Parents ruined Ninja Turtles 2. By the late 90s, they had just like, you know, the hand was off of the leash.
Yeah, because Y2K, man, everyone's going to die or like, whatever.
Yo, man, whatever. I want to talk about it, though. You want to talk about the other things like blank and such. Others?
What do you call hamburgers that are grilled one at a time by
steamed hams in Albany?
A person? Absolutely delicious. Chili's Big Mouth Burgers, monuments of inefficiency.
That's something you don't see anymore either. Like, unless it's something that somebody's like throwing a lot of fanfare into to be like, look, we did it again. But like claymation, 90s was huge. 90s was huge, guys. Watching music videos, claymation was everywhere. Like Green Jello, Three Little Pigs. My kid loves that video. Primus, tons of claymation. Like claymation was everywhere in the 90s. And that's like CGI. And I think CGI, it has its merits, obviously. There's a lot of good CGI out there, but I think most of it's just like, since it's mostly done cheap and like it feels like shovelware now.
Yeah. It's like a Krusty
Now, something I'm also noticing too, like because we're watching, especially this commercial with its color palette, like it may be a fault of the tape, but then again, you know, we're just sort of rolling with it. It's a lot. I don't know, like when we're watching early 90s, it leans into like the color temperature of like a blue. This is leaning really heavy into like a yellow. So I don't know if like things were getting like a little bit more overexposed. It was like it just feels so like in Photoshop or Lightroom or whatever, you'll have like profiles of things. Some will be labeled vintage, some are modern, some are art or whatever. This feels like what would have been a modern filter for that era, but it's so like gross looking in color palette.
Yeah, the band is Green Jello and Three Little Pigs is the song.
Yeah, fucking awesome. I mean, they had they had to change the green jelly because Green Jello, like, you know, you name yourself something famous, you get sued, or somebody's in like the Barbie girl song "Hello," like just
yeah.
But yeah, Green Jello, Three Little Pigs, one of the best like 90s. I don't know. Green Jello needs like a thing all on its own. Like if I were to talk about Green Jello, huge influence upon my life in the 90s because like whatever everything was. It's the 90s.
It just tastes better.
And they big.
Fox 2 News tonight. Mr.
They call that Rambo just as fast as they could. Fuck yeah.
Vacation, but some folks aren't too happy.
Speed out of concrete, the little piggy shouted. You guys know the fucking song.
I'm your worst nightmare.
And the results may hit you where it hurts. Watch Fox 2 News at 10 tonight.
I signed Bill Cosby instead.
Show a strong uptick in gross revenues with a corresponding increase in pre-tax profits. The market, of course, looked upon this very favorably, and the resulting surge in our stock price brings our market capitalization to within 10% of year-end projections.
I want that one.
To elaborate on what this means for the company,
whoa,
I'd like to turn the floor
he's
over
a
to
little
our chairman.
outside of the box thinker. I thought he was farting. What? Oh, God damn it.
Farmer Jack, you're cleared for landing.
Something new has arrived for Farmer Jack shoppers. Now,
fuck?
every time you use your Bonus Savings Club card, you earn Northwest Airlines World Perks
There you
bonus
go.
miles. Every dollar you spend earns
could you
one
go
bonus
higher,
mile.
please? Thank
Only
you.
Farmer Jack turns your grocery dollars
Into $4.
into World Perks bonus miles.
Cars were huge in the 90s, guys. Converse, Chuck Taylors, everybody. Yeah, you Chucks? Get some Chucks. I can't tell you how many Chuck Taylors I had over the course of my life. Probably, more than most people have feet at this point.
So visit any Farmer Jack and sign up now.
It's always savings time at Farmer Jack. Enjoy the flight.
Yeah, because here's the thing. In like the mid to late 90s, Chuck Taylor got on the bandwagon of like the kitschiness, like whatever not iTunes, Apple would do later with the iPhone and make it like pink or blue or whatever. It's like, I remember I was on like some gallivanting shenanigans out in like California. So I was like on a Sandio Boardwalk or whatever, and walking into a place that just sold Converse, Chuck Taylors, in like every color, plus all like the ducks and camo and flames and shit. I was just like, oh my God, this is the best. Like, talk about a 90s moment where you walk into like a Converse store full of nothing but Chuck Taylors, listening to like Green Day on the stereo. Holy shit. Here's what I want to do too. If anybody listening, I'm going to try and find it because maybe it exists out there, but I want to get like a collection of summertime, like water park commercials. Because Arizona, I feel like had second to none in the 90s with Big Surf, Sunsplash, and Waterworld fucking nailing it every summer. I still remember all those songs.
Jeep Grand Cherokee has our most advanced anti-lock brake system ever. Perfect for the stop and go of rush hour
What's the
traffic.
Native American doing in the jungle?
Lease a new Grand
Cultural
Cherokee Laredo for
appropriation.
just $359 a month. See your Southeast Michigan Jeep Superstore.
There's something special in the brownies.
Summer, bitch.
I can see my own mouth.
That 70s Show season premiere. Next on Fox.
I come
I
bearing
love
the
this
New York
70s show.
Rangers.
It was one of those ones where I was like,
Oh, boys.
Mystery Alaska is the Rocky of hockey.
Come on, guys.
Wickedly funny. A great feel-good movie. High-spirited and emotionally...
like there are some things that come back in various forms that I feel weirdly annoyed by. So like the Addams Family, the Munsters, they come back every decade or so. There's a new cycle of that shit. I would count hockey movies among those, like Miracle on Ice. Like every decade or so, there'll be like a hockey or ice skating related. Guys, in the 40s, they would watch people ice skate. No, but like I feel like hockey was one of those sports that like there was always football and baseball movies, but like a hockey movie would come out every once in a while, and it would hit all the right, I don't know what you would call it, like all the right pop cultural buttons, and we'd go like, yeah, hockey. But like every other time, like if my dad didn't play hockey, it would have been off my map. Utterly.
Charged. David E. Kelly scores again. How about a quick romp?
After you, Skank.
Full of action, suspense, and heart.
We're in this.
Assault because he wanted to have sex. She goes no and causes him skull fractures.
You'll cheer and laugh until it hurts.
That was okay too. Like that maybe that's why we were okay with so much weird shit in the 90s. Is like dudes could be like way overly sexually aggressive and like skirt the line of like being a criminal sometimes, because like other times, I mean in pop culture, obviously not in like real life, in pop culture and like the movies and whatnot, because on the other hand, you'd have like a lady like that who like a dude would be like, hey, you want to get some, like, let me squeeze that titty of yours or whatever. And she goes, aha, snow shovel bong. And we go, well, you know, when we lose in the slide, you gain in the roundabout or whatever. Because, like, women weren't necessarily violent toward men who just wanted to have a good time with their penises. And men were, you know, sexual predators, but they were getting, you know, stabbed and hit with shovels. And sometimes they'd have fire thrown at them or whatever. It was easy.
Mystery Alaska. Rated R. Starts Friday, October 1st at a theater near you.
Classic Simpsons alumni back there. Also an alumni of the remake of The Birdcage, Hank Azaria. Fuck yeah, Lincoln LS. What happened, Matt? Go back to work. Gold bricking. We call that kangaroo bricking in Australia. You guys have gold there? Foster's bricking.
Wood.
Foster's
Leather. Adrenaline.
Sounds like an interesting night in the bedroom.
The new Lincoln LS.
Okay, you guys getting the pencil and paper? Should I pause it?
Pause it. Too fast.
You guys remember when, that's what puts me in the mood, like when Volkswagen had the commercial campaign that had the Da 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 song by Trio.
Da Da Da.
This feels like that. Like it could be one of those things where maybe it was a local commercial somewhere, but like this is one of those songs where you go like, oh, I just ran with it. Because like Da 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 was everywhere. And I spent, you know, this is before like Google, my friend and I trying to find that song to put it on a CD, just trying to find out. And then in early internet, how do you find things, right? You saw song, Da Da Da. Volkswagen song. You know, AOL, you had like keywords. And so how to find something you were actually looking for was almost impossible. Now you can be like, you hold your phone into the air and it tells you the ambient temperature, the moisture rate, any music playing, any movies playing within a 4 or 5 mile radius in theaters. It'll tell you what friends are pinging nearby, where there's sushi, where wontons are available easily, where donuts can be found readily. We couldn't do that back then. You had to go to your computer, you push a button, a fan would start up. 7 minutes later, your computer was on. 14 minutes after that, you were on the internet after a bunch of beeping and clicking and whirring and scratching noises. And you would go, Volkswagen Da 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 on Yahoo or wherever, Netscape. And they would go,
no idea.
Yeah, man, this ain't Google. Where are we? Butt tooth. Yeah, Bluetooth enabled butt plug. But what would it do? Would it play music? Would it vibrate? Would it do both? Would it read the ambient air temperature and moisture?
In your butt.
In your butt. Qualcomm, they still exist, guys. Making processors and shit, I think.
Make the switch to the new Classic Soul 105.
I'm so glad we got over that whole, like, babies with human, not human mouths, obviously, but like babies with adult mouths.
1. Detroit's Groove.
You stink.
Monday.
When Ubu was told to sit, that was totally cool. I think Bad Robot had a good ident.
October 25th, TV's best comedy series will make television history.
Why are you so wet? It's the new look.
You won't believe the first 5 minutes.
I've got to go bring out some ghosts because I'm Janosch. What's the guy's name with the scary guy? Fuck, I'm not a huge Ghostbusters fan. If I were, like, the references would be peak, guys. That's Peter McNichol. I know he was in Ghostbusters too. Do I get credit?
I'd like you to walk a mile
Janosch.
her diaphragm.
You'll never forget how it ends.
The dresses are hideous.
The season premiere of...
This is the thing. Okay. Egon. No, not Egon. Vigo. Yes, thank you, Vigo. Great and powerful Vigo. Here's one thing even in the 90s, guys, watching Ally McBeal, Ellen, when people were coming out as gay or having sex and like having to talk about it in like Vigo the Carpathian in like office settings, I go like, why the fuck do you care? Like I just saw someone on some show, whether it be a Star Wars, like it came out as bisexual.
Who cares?
Exactly. I don't care if you come out as gay or straight, no sex, all sex, anywhere in between. Like the fact that I find it equally disgusting that these two people exist. That it is a huge swath of people who are angry about where you get your genitals hard and or wet, and the others who are like overly interested in that and like want to be celebrated for it. Like if I don't know, I like if I came out as gay, I would be equally horrified by the person who's like, gay people are a sin and Jesus and you're sodomites and hell. And the guy who's like, oh man, don't you love the taste of dick? Like, I don't want the overly of either, right? I don't want to talk about the things I do behind closed doors because they do it behind closed doors to either person. Overly, it's like same thing on the political spectrum. I don't like weirdos on either side because they're equally weird.
Right.
So it's like someone like, because really extrapolate that. A star comes down and says, hey, I'm bisexual. So they go, yeah, I like 2 types of genitals. And we all go, what a brave. Penis and vagina? Woo!
Yeah, Rick, I would be surprised. Yes.
Like, here I am not getting, maybe I lump it into the same thing as this. When people throw their lives or attempt to throw their lives away to booze or pills or heroin or whatever, and then they kickflip their lives and they go, good news, I'm sober, and now you can suck me off for having turned my life around from having almost ended it. Meanwhile, I keep it on the straight and narrow. No one's sucking me off for being just a cool dude who doesn't get addicted to stuff or gamble his life away. I have no unnecessary attraction to anything bizarre, right? No fursuits. Like, my genital predilection is pretty substandard. I mean, what are we doing? Hooray! You like penises and vagina, glitter and confetti all fly through the air. Jesus.
Beel, Monday, October
20th. I'm a fucking ally, but like, would you want to celebrate every time I fuck Krista? Like, whoa, penis and vagina, man. You go, how brave. Jesus.
25th. There's something special in the brownies.
I can see my own mouth.
That 70s Show's season premiere.
Julia, you have to understand, like, annoying people exist on both sides. Like, if all you want to talk about is your genitals, I don't want to be friends. If all you're talking about is somebody else's genitals, again, I don't want to be friends. We're talking about, like, what, race cars? We're talking about monster trucks? I'll do that.
Next on Fox.
Monster
That
trucks are really
70s
cool.
Show is brought to you by Taco Bell.
We have a 10 in progress to 211 Hazelwood.
He's in there.
I'm so brave.
Sir, drop the chalupa. Put it down and back away.
And were you celebrating the whole time? You go, oh boy, celebration for like sex that you're not having, nor would you be interested in? Like, oh, 2 men are having sex somewhere. I'm unaccountably angry because, one, here are the 2 reasons you can be mad. Because you're not there to experience it, or is there another one? Like Jesus wouldn't like it? I'm pretty sure he'd be probably cool with it. Whatever.
Wait. Sir, don't be silly. Drop the chalupa. I said, drop the chalupa.
Put it down, man.
Yeah, drop the chalupa.
Get your hands on the new
Guys, did you know that the guy who does the Chihuahua's voice also did Rocco from Rocco's Modern Life and was the officer Carlos something or other in Reno 911?
Oh.
I think his name is Carlos something. I can't remember his name. He's been a shit ton of voices on SpongeBob too.
Chalupa. With a shell so crispy, flaky, chewy, tasty, you'll wonder why we put stuff in it at all. Just 99 cents. Only at Taco Bell.
I like the 80s color scheme better. I mean, but who doesn't?
Some backup.
Roger.
Because like the 90s went into like the purple magenta sort of thing. I think the tobacco sunburst. Yeah, his name is Carlos. Yeah,
Great
Carlos,
Harvest Bread has over 100
Carlos Chantor, but there's a TCAP guy.
stores connected across the country.
There's no other way to
Carlos
grow your
Danger.
business besides talking to other people.
Like thousands of businesses today, Great Harvest
You guys use
store
the internet
owners
to
use
talk
the
to other
internet and
businesses?
Microsoft
Well-
software to share knowledge and make better
Well, the Great Harvest community.
decisions.
So
Damn it, it's all about semen.
now we can compare stores versus stores. You know, my suppliers know that I constantly look at prices. So they're less apt to raise prices because they know that I know what I know.
They know that I know
Yeah,
what
'cause
I
if I
know.
didn't have a computer and they raise prices on me, I might not notice.
Yeah.
$14, is that a lot? Is it a little? What was it last month? I don't know. There's no
I
computers.
don't. No bookkeeping.
I has not met BM yet.
When you design a car in Germany, You test it here, the Nürburgring. We came here to test the new, larger Saturn, to be built in America.
I wonder what mead communities exist on the internet in 1999. Probably the same, like this, whatever. There are some things that never change. So you're probably going to see, if people were documenting these things, you'll probably see slices that you would see basically today.
It's probably like God, I can't think of. Do you remember like Something Awful? What?
Oh, like a message board?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I just mean like, because like the methodology of making meat hasn't changed. Like the only thing that probably has changed is like stuff related to technology or whatever. Because like the technology of meat has not advanced in what 10,000 years. Maybe with like some of the clearing agents, maybe, but it's mostly just dudes jaw jacking about how. Here's the thing: when you get into homebrewing, you're going to be talking about basically the same three things over and over again. Like the flavors you combined, how long it took in primary, and how long it took to clear if you didn't use any clearing agent.
And what their ABV is, because everybody wants to know how high it is.
Absolutely ape shit for ABV. The rest of it, no one gives a fuck about.
Yeah.
Does it matter? I don't think it does.
America, but designed with German engineers. And they told us,
manchmal muss man einfach in den Ring steigen.
Yeah, I remember there being a lot of like uproar about the Rocco's movie, and like I don't know. Again, this all just sort of feels quaint to me. Like we'll all as a collective society look back and go like, wasn't that silly? Like, why would you or I or anyone else care what other people's genitals do when we're not involved with those genitals, right? Like when you were upset about water getting into the mouth of a black person from something that was meant to deliver it to a white man or woman. Woman, as if, right? Ugh, shouldn't give them the right to vote. But like, it's just so funny to me that, but like that's the thing with ignorance is like you don't learn the stuff, so you just go, it's all new to me. Like that's the thing. Everybody screaming about repeating history obviously paid attention while everybody walking through this going like, I can't believe they're just showing their ignorance, right? Like again, like when Ellen comes out as gay or Rocco's Modern Life has a trans character. A bunch of people clutch their pearls, and they go, think of the children, but then they go right back into their bedroom with the 6 locks, and they strap themselves into like a Christ-like apparatus and cover themselves in like rhinestones, latex, and spikes, and they go, well, at least we saved the children, right? Like, dude puts away his pipe and pulls out a cat of nine tails and whips your ass into hamburger meat, and you go, well, at least there's no trans cartoon characters telling our children that different genitals are okay when they interact with one another, right? Ugh. Imagine you walk into a room and 2 penises say hello. Ugh, sick.
and man, they were right. Wow. Bigger engine, new suspension. We sure learned a lot from the Germans.
Guten Morgen.
But we could still learn a lot more.
I think it just turns out Saturn sucks, and we shouldn't have taken it to Germany.
Had good stomach. The
Look,
new L.
From the cutaway, they were looking out and they go, "Hey, Jagenspreugen," shifts it and he's fucking gone. Saturn. We called it an LS to make you think it was a Lincoln.
Born in Germany, built
like
here.
a shit.
The wedding you've been waiting for, and a goodbye you won't believe.
Party of 5. For sir, no matter what it takes.
The new season of Party of 5 begins.
When 4 kill the 1.
Next Tuesday.
Come on, guys. Do it.
Do it.
In Mystery Alaska.
Hockey.
I play hockey and I sleep around because they're the two most fun things in
That was
cold
in this for
weather.
you.
There's more than one way.
Remember Gino and the guy with the Sundowners? He was the dad.
Oh.
He was the grandpa and problem child. And he goes, Gino, ah.
To score.
Nothing else is good for morale.
From David E. Kelly.
That was Burt Reynolds pre-King Burt Reynolds in the U-Bowl Classic Dungeon Siege, A Farmer's Tale, or whatever the fuck it was called.
Leader of Ally McBeal and The Practice. Mystery Alaska.
How about a quick romp? Thing. That would be a better one. Look at that, bam!
Jay Roach, rated R, starts October 1st.
It's the way a house smells when there's bread baking in the oven. The way mothers know how to
When
make
Dad's pinching a loaf of his own upstairs. Burt Reynolds. That was Turd Ferguson.
sandwiches just
Turd
right.
Ferguson.
It's
Yeah,
the
Turd
way-
Ferguson. It's a funny name.
We try to know each of our customers by name,
Bullshit.
or at least by sandwich.
Hey, it's the 3-incher. Oh, we don't offer those. I know.
And it's the way all your favorite things combine into something even.
Okay, the thing I appreciate about you, Dave, is that you are genuinely so accepting about the social conversation about these topics, and the folks that are against them is what bothers you. That's the thing, right? Because it's not that I understand why you got to do it, right? You got to basically metaphorically shove your genitals in people's face and wave a purple or whatever genital color coordinated flag because you want change. I get that. But here, me on the other side, who's like totally accepting and totally fine with everything, who just has to go through an unnecessary amount of like pronoun and genital conversation when really, if you're in a room with someone, you're never going to refer to them by a pronoun. Like when Krista is here, unless I'm talking to you about her, which is rude, I don't use her pronouns like that. See, her pronouns. I say, like I'm talking to Krista, I go, Krista, make me a goddamn sandwich and clean the kitchen, right? I don't say, Krista, could you get her ass in gear? No, I don't know. I mean, yeah, of course. I don't make a lot of sense, but this fight isn't for me, so I get to ramble and be inane as I want.
Right before your eyes. It's probably why people rate us so high at FFOP, survey after survey. Even though it can be hard to answer questions with your mouth full.
And your dick in a
Subway. It's the way a sandwich should be.
Party of Five moves to Fox Tuesday. Season premiere
Party
next
of
Tuesday.
Tuesday,
Are
right?
Steve's bachelor days over?
What are you doing?
Would you do the incredible on being a
I'm really worried that there might be some sort of shark or tornado or sharknado type situation. I think we should get married now.
90210, Wednesday at 8 on Fox.
I'm 14. My hairline is 3,900 years old. That's Dracula's hairline. Snooze 10. Burn. My partner always called everyone at work male, female, or brony as sunshine. Right, I say dude a lot because like that's, you know, I'm a kid, a product of the 90s, right? So I go, dude, I'll go.
That was huge in the 90s, as we all know.
You go, dude. I go radical, you know. I'm not saying like, hey, dude, like you better be owning a penis. I just say dude because that's what you say. Great, a sex pervert shirt is born. Boom, sex pervert. Let's go to Hedonism 2 at Dodge Dakota Island.
World dudes, hey, attitude.
This just in. Meet the new staff bully.
I am now the king of the office.
On the next.
Guys, remember when Joe Rogan was funny and not like a toxic fucking toad wart? What the fuck is up with that guy?
News Radio.
Weeknights at midnight on Fox 2.
News Radio.
Come on. Andy Dick, before he turned into a fucking, maybe he was a nightmare, but before the public knew he was a nightmare at large, and we could just watch him be
annoying.
Choose your minivan from the
You
most
have to watch Spin City. I really enjoyed that show.
luxurious Chrysler Town
Barry
and Country
Bostwick.
Limited to America's
Michael J.
lowest
Fox, right?
price.
Michael J. Fox.
Voyager. You'll find it all in
Barry
a Chrysler or Plymouth minivan. Maybe that's why Voyager won a Consumer's Digest Best Buy 10 years in a row. And maybe
5 minivans are released across 2 companies.
that's why more
Same
people
chassis.
choose from our family of minivans than any other.
I don't hear Daimler anymore. Daimler Chrysler?
The truth behind the sitcom scandals. All new Fox special next.
That 70 Show. We'll be right back.
Canceled once the allegations are proven true.
Let's be honest. There's really no such thing as a gracious winner. You might say things like nice game or shake your opponent's hand.
That's another, like, this dude's voice is quintessential. Is this, I feel like he was in an American Dad episode. Hector Elizondo? Is this Hector Elizondo from Pretty Woman? The concierge?
Hand. But no matter how humble you are on the outside, deep down on the inside, you're saying, I'm better than you are.
Here, Steve, take this pamphlet on time traveling and meet that Nagel painting. You know what I mean? Hector Elizondo.
The Mitsubishi Galant, ranked the #1 family sedan under 20 grand by Car and
Guys,
Driver.
Mitsubishi
Better
still
than a Ford
exists. I
or
know I say
Camry.
that, but you may not be knowing it because it's a real thing. They make cars. That's like an emaciated Jim Carrey.
Well, hello, Mr. Lamb.
For a second, I thought it was the janitor from Scrubs.
Old baby Hector. Yes, Ryan. There you go.
Yeah, me too. Who wants a pizza?
When you phone us a Discover card, it's easy to talk to a real live customer service operator.
Anyone?
If that's what you happen
This is the guy who later went on to design that game Date Everything in your house.
to want.
I'd buy it.
Live operators. There's always something more to discover.
Ugh. Are you one of those pathetic losers who will keep like customer service people on the phone? Because what else are you doing?
GM delivers cars and trucks people count on.
Oh, yeah, Reaganomics, Lamborghini, jacuzzi sales.
And delivers them in more ways than anyone else in the
Reaganomics,
world.
Lamborghini.
General Motors, people in motion.
Yeah, so they had Chevrolet, Pontiac, Oldsmobile, Buick, Cadillac, GMC. So Pontiac gone, Oldsmobile gone. Buick, can't believe they're still holding on. Honestly can't. I saw a Cadillac out in the wild the other day and I go, whoa, they're still out there too. But like, when was the last time you saw Lincoln?
Good intentions.
Here's another thing too, really quick about cars. And fuck cars really quick. Because like, what's the difference? Like, let's say you have a Ford and a Lincoln, right? Same company. The Lincoln is the luxury brand of the Ford. So like, let's say you get a Ford Edge versus like a Lincoln MKS. Same chassis, same basically everything.
Okay.
But like, you can get a platinum Ford Edge. What is that compared to like any of the MKS line? Know what I mean?
Oh, so
like,
it would
if you
be
go
like the
from Ford,
lowest.
like Ford's S model will have cloth seats and it'll still have like all the bells and whistles that like, 'cause the high tide lifts all ships. But like, what does the platinum version of the Ford have or have not against the various Lincoln models? They probably have an S, an SE, and an SEL or whatever too.
Right, right.
Olds in it, yeah. Dude, Henry Olds. I mean, was it his fault that his name became synonymous with old people? No, he tried hard. The early Oldsmobiles, they were fucking like barn burners. They just, you know, their demographic got old and they catered to the same people year after year. So they went from like, you know, an Oldsmobile Cutlass back in the 70s to like, I don't know, did they have the Bonneville or was that Buick? Whatever, they had the Alero, like Oldsmobile fucked up.
I think you're being selfish.
I'm looking out for my child.
By pushing him away from his father?
Drive Steve and Janet farther
Mm.
apart.
I want to marry Janet. Then ask her.
An all-new 90210.
Step one, right, guys?
What are you doing?
Would you do me the incredible honor of being my wife?
Wednesday at 8, 7 Central.
Now that I shot my jizz all up in you, and that's my baby. P.S. Like, that was a sonogram, right? Like, she's not there for gout. It's not like she has a bladder, what is it, a gallstone? She's not that. Like, he walks in, oh, I'm getting my gallstones x-rayed. Or whatever.
Kidney stones.
Kidney stones, what do they call it with the thing? Ultrasound.
Ultrasound.
He goes, oh, whoa, I can see the top of your veg. Want to get married? What? Here? Poot, because she's already a little sedated.
Come on, girl, it's time to shake things up. Get a good groove, get out of this rut, talking woman to woman.
Do you think the third Judd was like she looks back at, like, because Ashley Judd went on to be like, you know, in stuff with Morgan Freeman or whatever, and she looks back at these two Judds to be like, fucking Judd fucklers.
Friend, we've come a mighty long way. Let's do it again.
Come on down to Kmart.
Just like we knew we could.
Fuck yeah, dude. Fuck yeah. Kmart was so great. Was that how I proposed to you?
Like at an ultrasound.
Yeah, she was getting her gout looked at. She was up in the stirrups and her big inflamed toe was up there. I said, hey, you want to get this done? Leslie Chubb. The Chubb. Yeah, I know the Chubb.
7,000 times a day. 685 times an hour. Once every 6 seconds.
a GM owner puts their stamp of approval.
A GM owner watches their head guest get blow up before their eyes on their way to work, ruining their day and possibly their month. Because GM going to step in for that shit? No, they took a buyout. They said, hey, we made cars that nobody wanted in America. Can you help us? And we Americans go, well, I don't know, because you made cars that nobody wanted, and that's why you're in the situation that you are. When you make a product nobody wants, you have to then put that money where your mouth is. But they go, hey, can we have some money? We do everything wrong for a long time, and now we're going to fail. And so the government goes, yeah, America is about failing and getting money from others to do it again. It's the American spirit. It's the American dream. You get somewhere, you become a multi-billion-dollar corporation, you fail utterly because that's all you can do at that point. You're not doing anything for anybody. You're just like, what will sell? Like in the 90s, the Suburban was a shoebox. It was all fucking trash. They go, well, we'll do better next time if you give us some. Fuck you, GMC. Fuck you and everybody you own.
On the quality of our cars and trucks by coming back to buy another GM. It's the highest loyalty.
Right, because the last one they had broke, and they have brand loyalty to shit.
Of any company in the industry. And to us, the highest compliment.
Commodore?
Hey, man. How come every time I call you, you're on the phone? Who are you talking to? My friend.
Phone sex? I'm talking to Urkel. He's always calling.
I call him a lot since I don't get to see him that much.
Or Stefan.
Phone bills must be killing you.
Not at all.
No, I talked to John McClane. We met one crazy Christmas break where I told him I shot a kid.
I dialed 10-10-321.
10-10-321,
It's only 8
guys.
cents a minute for calls
10-10-320.
over 10 minutes. That's 50% off.
And when you're talking with family and friends, you just know you're going to be on for a
Hey,
while.
he broke up with Loretta. Or not Loretta, that's the Cleveland boy. What was his name? His wife's name? Carl and... Wasn't Loretta Winslow? Am I crazy? Sandra Winslow? No. But anyway, he married like fucking... George Jefferson.
No, it's Carl Winslow and...
Sounds good.
Carl Winslow.
My wife's on the phone all the time with her sister.
Harriet Tubman.
Hey, man. Am I ever going to get to shoot?
Not when you're playing against me.
I look over and Carl's got like a big rubber band, or he's like tapping his vein. He's got a syringe in his mouth. What? Shoot.
Are Steve's bachelor days over?
Yeah, I love commercials where things happen that would never, right? You just go, hey, man, where would I get a pair of pants like that if I only wanted to spend $14.99? Be like, oh, well, that's the most realistic thing you could have said ever. Were you into the WWE in the late 90s? I wouldn't say the late 90s. I'd say early to mid. Like, I fell out... I don't know, probably around the time, this isn't WWE or WWF, but like when
Raw. When
the WCW started like with their New World Order and like they had Evil Hulk and Kevin Nash and all that shit.
Oh, I didn't do that. We were Raw.
Like right when The Rock was getting his fledgling movie star chops, I was like, all right, I think I got it. Like, I don't know.
What are you doing? Would you do me the incredible honor of being my wife?
I did like in the 90s how much spitting there was in the WWF. Like everybody came out and was already just drenched. Like someone was back there hosing it. Like Triple H, the Hardy Boys, everybody had long hair that was just constantly dripping wet.
Edge used to have that too.
Yeah, and they had it just constantly. Eddie Guerrero or whatever. Everybody had long hair. They were just dousing themselves with bottles of water and spitting it into the air and spreading herpes throughout the stadium.
I liked Rey Mysterio.
Just like splash, splash. At least Stone Cold did it with beer and he had no hair.
An all-new 90210. Then, when the unspeakable happens.
Like, oh my God. Dude was driven, but then he literally boiled his brains on testosterone and bashed him to, mush.
He's gonna be okay, right?
How will their family react?
Nancy Drew.
An all-new Get Real. It all starts at 8/7 Central, Fox Wednesday.
Fox Thursday begins with an all-new special. World's most dangerous chases, crashes, then busts. Then it's an all-new Family Guy of biblical proportions.
Charming. Like when God told Abraham to kill Isaac. Hey!
Guys, remember when Family Guy was funny? It was 1999. It hasn't been funny in almost 25 years. And The Simpsons, it took The Simpsons a decade to become unfunny. Family Guy did it in 3?
Plus, Sandra Bullock guest stars on an all-new Action. It all starts at 8/7 Central, Fox Thursday.
If you've ever wondered what makes a hero, you're about to find out.
Oh my God. So maybe that was, I think that was like early 2000s, late 90s was like the hero's journey. I feel like the Dennis Leary firefighting one was out. Like there was a lot of, I remember seeing a lot of people running in slow motion through alleyways in a big city being told that they were the hero that needed to be blah, 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 blah. And they're always like, but they've got like, I don't know. It was always the same archetype, like whereas House was the know-it-all doctor who got it to the, like, it was the cop who got everything done but still had like problems that would literally destroy anybody else's life.
Yeah.
Like you would end up in a AA meeting like talking about God and like, yeah, I used to be a cop, but then I had to give it up because I got a hold of the devil's hornet sting or whatever you want to call your drug. And you go like, so you used to be cool, essentially.
Good job. Ryan Caulfield, Year One, series premiere October 15th on
Still going strong, right? I watched that the other day.
Fox.
Ryan Caulfield.
Have you been
Caulfield.
ripped off? Call the Fox 2 Problem Solvers.
I love a good like Fox on Your Side or like Scam Busters or whatever. Like if you feel like you, because it gives us such, I don't know, whatever. Like the clever person doesn't get scammed. The person below the clever person gets scammed, realizes they were scammed, keeps it to themselves, and just moves on. The person below that gets scammed, tells friends and family, puts the word out, but essentially tells everybody, hey, I'm an idiot. They got me. Like, right? It was a reverse mortgage. The person below that calls the news to let everybody in their local community know, like, look out, guys. I spent my life savings, $1,800 at a fair, and all I got was a giant Rasta banana. Like, if you saw that on the news, do you think you'd go like, well, now that I'm aware, the chances of me wasting my life savings on a giant Rasta banana are slim. Not zero, but
lower
than they were before.
Yeah.
Before, here's where we are. Before I saw that news report, after.
Wow.
Right? I was maybe 100 is way up there, but this is like 3. Maybe. Now I'm like, maybe not. I won't do it.
Hall of Shame.
That's rating the lowest for a Fox since 1994. Oh, goddamn.
If you want to find a really great deal, you gotta know where
Ryan Caulfield, no one's watching me.
Look, and if you're looking for Cajun, then try McDonald's savory
There you
new
go.
Cajun McChicken
Good
sandwich, a down-home treat for only 99 cents. Our 99-cent Cajun McChicken sandwich. Your search for a great deal is over.
Where'd that go?
Doesn't this commercial feel like it's trying to ape the early 90s? Like like the saturation is a little weird. The contrast is something's messed with it. I feel like it's upped a little bit. Saturation is pulled up, but it's like a decent mix of like 90s grunge looking people and like that lady looked like Macy Gray, where they're trying to like slowly ease us into, because they knew there was nothing coming in the 2000s that was good.
And they were right.
They go, hey, remember this? This looks like a couple 90s chicks, 4 non-blondes could be playing right off frame. Looks like Susan, suddenly Susan there?
Fox 2 News tonight. A night behind bars and a date with the judge. The party ends early for this former Tiger. But why? Plus, yeah, it's poison.
I don't know. What? Maybe. What did he do? Party's over. He dated a judge. What'll come happen next? I don't know.
They actually work wonders for your
Right into the
migraines.
whole
An amazing discovery that can help ease your pain. Watch Fox 2 News.
Take one less phone call a week.
To 10. News that works for you tonight.
Doctor's office.
Dick wants to be Mary's bosom buddy.
Knock, knock, who's there?
I love Third Rock from the Sun. Sitcoms are very hit or miss, and mostly miss. Because I feel like most sitcoms like really hang around the lowest common denominator of like Big Bang Theory, 2.5 Men. Stuff that isn't funny, but if you hear people who died 50 years ago laughing, you'll go, oh. Like, you won't laugh, obviously. If you've ever watched an episode of 2.5 Men or Big Bang Theory, you won't be laughing, but you'll think like, oh, I'll keep watching because these people are laughing, and one day I might, you think to yourself, how long was The Big Bang Theory on TV? Is it still on TV? Did they ever get that laugh? Right? It's like when you're sitting there waiting for the cable guy, right? He's like between every 2 and 5, right? 5:02, you go, well, I've been here since 2. I have to keep waiting. And then midnight, still waiting. That's the average Big Bang Theory viewer. They want 10, 15 seasons. Going like, well, maybe next time. And you go, click. Might be funny later. Did it?
It was on for 10 years.
Weeknights
So it's over now?
Awesome. Yeah.
7:30 on Fox 2.
If syndication existed, it'd still be out there. Like if Pluto TV, there must be money still in it. Otherwise, it'd be on Pluto TV.
Yeah.
Because they'd buy it for the cheap.
I was driving my Saturn through the intersection when the truck ran the red light.
Right. Friends is another one of those ones where you go like, we were all just swept away by like 90s euphoria and laugh tracks. Because by the time we all woke up like around the mid-2010s, we go, what the fuck? But by then, like we already fed the giant that was Big Bang Theory to give us like Young Sheldon and a bunch of other unfunny shit.
I mean, to tell you the truth, I can't remember what I was thinking while it was happening.
So, wait. So Big Bang spun off with Young Sheldon. Did that spin off to something? Even younger Sheldon? Remember that in the American Dad where like the zygote in the mom's womb goes, I have to go out where? No, thank you. And he goes, and Roger's like, yeah, I'll watch. I get why Friends is popular.
Yeah.
Because adults, here's the thing about adults. If you're an adult, you'll know that you don't have very many friends that you get to see a lot of the time, or maybe ever sometimes. Like, Friends was that place for a lot of people, and still is, where like they live in a society and in a perfect Goldilocks situation where they all have jobs and great apartments, but they still get to hang out 12 to 14 hours
They all
a day.
live together or
Like,
across the hall.
with monkeys or in a coffee shop or with Gunther, or they get to fucking fly off and yell pivot at each other. And that's what everybody wants as an adult. You want to spend time with your friends. And even like, let's say you are one of the people like me. Like, I'm an adult who would like bend over backwards to get with a friend or have them to come over. You're a diamond in the rough. Like, every time I try to get with friends, they go, I'm over 40, I'm over 35. They don't say this specifically. They make up some other bullshit excuse, but they go, I'm over 35. It'll be past 4:30 p.m. I have a girlfriend and or wife who doesn't really approve of such things, and I've got a laundry list of things where like I am silently screaming for human companionship. However, you know, I'm just so goddamn busy. Fuck you and your busy life. Come hang out with me, you fucks. Do I seem like someone you want to hang out with?
Suddenly I was spinning around.
You can no longer do like your fuel cover shows.
Mm-hmm.
My car hit the truck that hit me, sending me into another spin, backwards into a pole.
Yeah, and then this is like Soul Tucker, and he's running away from Robert Zadar and not Emilio Estevez, but Joe Estevez for 90 minutes.
Afterwards, when I realized I'd walked away from the accident, I do remember thinking one thing.
Guys, you were frosting tips in the 90s? I had fucking frosted tips, bitch. I had a bowl cut that I
You
bleached.
had bleached hair, yeah.
Yeah.
I saw a picture.
But like that was in the early 90s, we didn't know what we were doing, so you just bleach the whole thing.
Yeah.
By the late 90s, early aughts, we go, just the tips. Right, guys? That was a huge in the aughts.
Just the
right?
tip.
Just the tip. If you said just the tip, you had instant street cred with any dude. Like, you could be in a line at a grocery store, and if you could work the phrase just, it was like the I'm Rick James bitch of its day.
Yeah.
If you could say just the tip, dudes would high five you.
People still say that now and go,
yeah, but not like in the 90s. Not like in the 90s and early aughts. It was huge. I have no idea.
That my Saturn safety features
bleach blonde hair.
Then fire engine.
I did that too. I had a faux hawk, but I guess technically it was a mohawk because the sides of my head were shaved. But I bleached it and made it like rooster red.
pretty much sold me on buying another one. They tell me this year's S Series has a lot of new features, but I'm still kind of partial to some of the old ones.
I mean, mostly I like it because it's made out of polymer, right? Polymer sounds like space age. If I were to say, hey, step into a car, it's made out of polymer, you'd go, great. But if I said it was plastic, you'd go, this Death Trap? Boy, right, guys? Where's that ass? Look at how the casual gradient of these lines mean it's an automatic no-go. Let alone like the fucking height of these jeans. Belly button's right there.
Women are shaped exactly alike.
No, except we found 9 ladies with the exact same, like, no hips and
Hers
no
aren't
boobs.
that bad.
That's why a woman gynecologist designed OB.
Right, but where's the woman gynecologist?
The first tampon with individually wound layers that expand.
Yeah, did you probably saw the Saturn commercial then with the guy, he's like an engineer, he's a guy working in the factory where he jumps up and down on the door panel of the Saturn and he goes, polymer, 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 right? Marsha.
To fit each woman's individual shape.
Guys, you guys' vaginas are shaped so differently from one to the other. Each vagina is like a differently shaped snowflake.
That is different from all the rest to give you truly personalized protection. True. The OB tampon, also available with an applicator. OB, protection fit for you.
The event you thought would never come.
This is where I belonged my whole life.
The goodbye you thought would never happen.
That's where I've bonged my whole life.
I love you, you know that.
Find what you're looking for, Sarah, no matter what it takes.
The new
What's her name? Jennifer Love Hewitt?
season you have to see.
I know, she was one of those ones where I didn't...
You got a half chub for her?
No, I like, yeah, obviously. But I mean, like, as far as like pop culture relevance, she didn't ever reach as big as like other icons who like I saw everywhere and I was like, I mean, like, there's better. There's better. I had a Carmen Electra and a Jenny McCarthy poster on my wall as a, let's be honest, teen. And like, hello, whatever. I hope to God you guys don't have to. I hope you did not have to live through, well, put your kids through, like the bizarre hoops I had to jump through. Like posters, okay, as long as they were framed. My cousin could put posters on his wall. I go, Mom, I want posters on my wall. She goes, that's fine. You got to frame them.
I wasn't allowed to put anything on my wall.
And like having the cost of your self-expression quadrupled. Poster, $3.95. Poster frame, $15 fucking dollars.
Yeah, I wasn't allowed to put anything on my walls.
You might. I can afford one poster. Like, hello, it was the 90s. You get $3.95 for a poster, $15. Then you basically go like, well, I'll wait until next month to get a Tyra Banks one. Maybe burn it down to that.
So I wasn't allowed to put anything on my walls. My mom would either she wallpapered or painted what the color that I wanted. Fine. My cousins or my whatever we call them my cousins. They weren't actually my cousins, but their bedroom was just floor to ceiling Hanson everything. Yeah, just rip outs of magazines.
The same cousin who was like butt ass crazy in love with
Brady
Bunch was absolutely butt ass crazy in love with the Backstreet Boys, the progenitor of the Backstreet Boys, New Kids on the Block.
Yeah,
ceiling. Like everything, nothing, no wall was visible through all the New Kids on the Block shit. Every time I went over to their house was drinking and eating off of New Kids on the Block cutlery and dishes. Like the pink and green Backstreet Boy mugs, the plastic mugs stayed in my possession for decades. Like it was everywhere, you guys.
Oh, Blue Tack.
Mom and Dad?
Yeah, Blue Tack. I saw a lot of Blue Tack, a lot of push pins. I didn't get to do any of that shit where I was living.
We never let go.
Party of 5 on a new night. Season premiere next Tuesday at 9/8 Central on Fox.
Yeah,
what if your soulmate in one world
I love you, dumb hogs.
was a complete stranger in another?
She's not real.
I mean, unless you cross into that world, do you care?
The virtual character.
From the creator of The X-Files.
Somewhere inside, you gotta know who your heart was meant for.
Harsh Realm series.
Harsh Buzz. Yes, he has to have sex with a hologram in a world where your Mel is harshed and your Buzz is also harshed. There you go, guys. That was 1999. Was it terrible? Kind of.
Meh.
Like, it wasn't awful. Like, the early 2000s were like... And also, it's going to be like... Commercials have a way, obviously, because they have to, of taking whatever disgusting thing is of the day and making it as palatable as possible.
Mm-hmm.
And this isn't the 70s. This isn't the 80s, where they have like nothing but dog vomit to work with. and also no expertise or technology to like make it look good.
Right.
So it's just like, hey, this looks like dog ass. It's a white or black void. People are wearing vinyl Halloween costumes with the thing, and they go, hey, come on down to Hanson's Candies. By the early 2000s, it was like, yeah, slick and sexy, and everybody had like a nipple showing. So we all just sort of got over the fact that it all looked like shit.
This show was also canceled after 3 episodes.
You're kidding. I used to watch Harsh Realm every week for 3 weeks. That's all I got for you guys. So will it happen tomorrow? I don't know. Maybe it will. We'll see what happens. I got to do some moving and shit. But if I don't see it then, I'll see you on the next one. When will that be? I don't know. It's like an hour away. I got to move all this stuff. Look, you see all this shit back here?
I can't even. You don't even know.
Krista's up my ass about all this shit. And you guys have to look at it, right?
I packed the whole house.
Imagine if like this were just a blank wall. Bad show. Already terrible show. Worst show? Yes. Worst show. Anyway, yeah, FDO is going to work on a couple of things for us, so we'll come back strong. Probably. That being said, thank you so much for showing up for this episode of FFOP Radio and enjoying a little bit of 26 years ago.
Ugh. That's
Anyway.
gross.
Adios.
Bye.
Muchachos.
You don't have Riz.
For the try to
Fistful of Podcasts Radio.